Yo, Gamer Jake Lee, you got any more of those orphan stories? They really hit the spot the other night. I couldn't sleep.
It's over, Tom. Just leave me here.
What? Why? The channel's doing fine.
Well, yeah, and I'm sincerely grateful for that. But we're all just living on borrowed time now.
Look, man, I just wanted more orphan stories. What are you talking about?
All right, fine. I'll show you. Whatever. So this year's constantly been called the year of the, rhymes with Speedo. And it's also been called the year of false allegations. Maybe it should just be the year of the banhammer. In the last year, how many YouTubers have been banned or kicked from their account, accidentally or intentionally, for reasons that just didn't make any sense? And then it took them weeks, if they were even lucky enough to get their account back. I was way too slow to cover the story at the time when it happened, but Twoon got hacked and lost access to all 3 of his channels back in August. And I believe it was like the first week of October, just before October, he finally got them back. So it was like a month and a half that he went without having access to his accounts, and was finally only able to get them back because of being able to reach out to people through Twitter and other places. Going through YouTube itself did nothing for him. He had to contact other people outside through other platforms and things to eventually finally get something back, because they were giving him the runaround when he was emailing the staff. 140,000 subscribers on his main channel, and they weren't giving him the time of day. They weren't really actually paying attention and listening to what he's saying or helping him resolve the issue. Matter of fact, I think it was 3 weeks after he initially got hacked, one of his accounts was actually banned because the person that currently was using that account, they made some boo-boos and got the account banned. To my knowledge, Twoon only got back the one account, but at least it was the big one, the 140k sub one. It still sucks though to have worked on 3 channels, grew them up as big as he did, and then lose all of them. Funny enough, about the time all this is going down, Laci Green, a million-plus sub YouTuber, actually also lost access to her account. That wasn't a hacker though. YouTube kicked her from the account because she posted a video and they thought she was impersonating herself. That's not a joke. That's actually the reason they gave her. She contacted YouTube and disputed it, and you know what they told her? Sorry, we think you're impersonating. They upheld the decision. They upheld the decision that she was impersonating herself. A 1 million plus sub YouTuber with a verified Twitter account. By the way, if I wasn't clear, she posted a video of herself on her YouTube channel, and that seems to be what triggered all that. She posted a video of herself on her YouTube account, and they thought she was impersonating herself. If I remember correctly, it took 2 days for Team YouTube to respond to this. 2 days for a 1 million plus sub YouTuber to get back her account. And I gotta say, I really do feel bad a little bit for Team YouTube, because I gotta feel like the Team YouTube Twitter account is probably essentially like the worst version of a customer service job that you could have. It's almost entirely just negative stuff where people are losing their accounts and they're blaming you and things like that. But at the same time, I get the feeling they're probably told to lie to people a lot, because a lot of stuff comes out from Team YouTube that just doesn't make any sense or outright contradicts themselves. Now, all these are bad, but they don't seem to be anything compared to what happened on Markiplier's recent stream.
People's accounts are being suspended without reason, without provocation, and their appeals to get it back are being denied without explanation. I am losing my ability to give anybody the benefit of the doubt here.
He's pissed, and with very good reason, because he did a live stream on his channel where he played his YouTube original that came out, I believe, like a week ago, called A Heist with Markiplier. It's a choose-your-own-adventure game, and they were playing it on stream. Now, while they were playing the game, Markiplier was doing a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff, kind of giving context to things and talking about it, kind of like a commentary track, while also kind of serving as host and just kind of giving cues for the audience, like, okay, so this is this, this is this. Pick one of those, and whichever one the majority votes in chat, we will do.
So I had people voting on which way they wanted to go with emotes that I have for members: 1 red paddle, 1 a green paddle.
He would say red for one option, green for another one. I would assume because it's easier to see the colors in chat than it would be to read the words in chat, especially when you have such a large following and you're gonna have so many people in chat. It's easier to watch the color blur go by and see how many colors. Now, what they unfortunately found out during the stream was that people were being banned for spamming in the chat.
This is an example of what got someone banned. Right here. That's how many emotes they used, and they got banned. This is what I asked. People were voting with red or green to pick a direction, and banned. This is what got people banned. This is what YouTube is protecting us from. Once we actually started noticing, we started putting out PSAs. Do not spam to vote. Your account may be suspended.
Now, unless I'm misunderstanding something, it sounds like Mark is saying that it's been confirmed that the spamming the emojis are the issue. And it sounds like 2 days ago he had contact with somebody and has since lost contact with those people. And his team, however, seems to still be working on it and trying to do everything they can to get it resolved. Personally, obviously, I have no contacts at YouTube, so I can't call and verify that. But if this is real, this is a serious issue.
But this is screenshots of emails of appeals getting rejected. Appeal rejected. German, appeal rejected. Appeal rejected. 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 Oh, this is heartbreaking. Someone got an appeal. They were unsuspended and then immediately resuspended.
It gets worse when he talks about the fact that it's not even just a YouTube ban, it's a Google ban.
And it's not just the YouTube account. It's the entire Google account. Google account disabled. Google account disabled. Google account disabled.
Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, if you had a YouTube account that is connected to a Google account, and you also had a Gmail account that's connected to that same Google account, you just lost access to all 3 accounts. That would mean that if you participated in this live stream and you had a business Gmail account that you run a home business out of or whatever, you may have lost all of your business contacts and everything that were in that email. And unless you backed up all that information, you may have just lost receipts, you may have lost a lot of stuff that you may need to either file taxes or continue working your home business. That isn't even including anything you may have had tied to that Google account by logging in through Google into that program. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that this happened. What I'm talking about is if this is not an isolated incident, this is something that could become a serious problem across the platform by accident. To me, this sounds like a bot got ban happy and just started banning them all for spam. Meaning that if you were following the rules and you were just playing along with the game and you were doing what people do in chats, which is spam emojis and things like that, it's not abnormal at all. That's how people behave in streams. Then you just had a total loss of your account, possibly, because you played along. So let's just pray at this point that it's an isolated incident.
People are losing their videos that they've made. They're losing all their history and their watching. They're losing their memberships that they have paid money for. People who have been a member of my channel for over a year are losing their accounts.
Even if you were to just focus on the YouTube aspect of this, you lose your YouTube account. What do you lose? If you're a YouTuber at all, you lose all the stuff you've done. If you're just a YouTube viewer, but you view a lot of things, then you just lost all your history. You've lost all your playlists of things that you watch. If you do a lot of watching tutorials to follow things, to do things at home around the house or whatever, you just lost access to all that. If you paid for memberships or anything like that through YouTube, you just lost all of that as well. Everything is gone because you played the game in a chat the way it was meant to be played, with chat the way people use chat. This is why people have moderators. Why is YouTube doing it for them?
I hope that this is getting fixed, but I gave them time to get back to me. This was 2 days ago. Now they're out of time.
Now let's keep in mind that Mark is a 25 million sub YouTuber, and he contacted them 2 days ago about this, and sounds like he was in contact with somebody and they just stopped contacting him back and hasn't heard from him since. When one of the top 100 YouTube channels with 25 million subscribers has a YouTube originals show go live, and less than a week later has a massive issue with his subscribers having issues with their accounts, and he contacts them and he can't get a response, we have a massive freaking issue with this platform.
It would be bad enough if this was all an automated system working, but the appeals system is run through by people. And what gets me even more upset is that YouTube, on Twitter, people are reaching out to YouTube and they are asking, why are my accounts banned? I am trying to appeal, and their only response is appeals are very carefully reviewed. If your appeal is rejected, there's nothing more that we can do. I tell you, nothing pissed me off more than that. Not a thing. Because if they are lying, saying that appeals are very carefully reviewed, then they are just absolutely out of their mind lying. This is my community that we're talking about. These are people that have supported me for years. So let people know about this, and I guess spam this at YouTube to get them to pay the fuck attention to me. Answer my goddamn emails. I'm mad.
That is a prime example of how broken this platform is. Susan Wojcicki publicly likes to act like creators are business partners. It's a business on both ends, right? Mark is very literally as much a business partner as he could possibly be with YouTube without owning stock, probably. and he's still getting shut out. But you know who I bet wouldn't have any problem whatsoever getting this resolved? Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Lily Singh. Well, maybe not Lily Singh. She's kind of... Her show's kind of not doing well, is it? She's basically a YouTuber, so they probably couldn't care less. As much as I've been thinking that every time YouTube announces something that we as creators all generally overreact to what's going to happen, and it ends up not being nearly as bad as we thought it was going to be, in general, something feels different about this, because it's not about money. It's not about anything but just pure ignorance. If this is really how it looks, YouTube isn't giving me much hope for 2020. So it's been about 12 hours since Markiplier posted the video on YouTube, and Team YouTube on Twitter has responded to him, basically saying that the accounts have been fixed and everything should be fine now. Markiplier said, no. Apparently there are quite a few accounts that have not been fixed yet, and more are coming in still reporting that they're having issues. Unfortunately, just like with the smaller YouTubers, Markiplier is having to go off of the platform and address them on Twitter publicly to get them to respond to him. This is an unbelievably ridiculous situation. Please, just stop ignoring us, Susan Wojcicki. As always, I gotta give a shout out to the Patreon. Thank you so much for the support. And I will be live tonight at about 9:30 EST on twitch.tv/Unwind. We're gonna be reacting to the Logan Paul KSI fight. So hit me up there if you want to check that out. I'll see you guys later.